is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you my March favorites. I do feel like I don't have as much to show you guys today as I have in the last couple months, but everything I do have to show you is absolutely amazing and I love it, so let's jump right into it. The first thing that I have been loving this month is the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix that I bought for the PS4. This is something that I bought through the PlayStation Store and it was $50. It contains the first Kingdom Hearts, the Final Mix version, so the updated version. It also contains Chain of Memories, 358 2 days. I actually don't know if that is how you say that, but it contains that, as well as Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Birth by Sleep, and Recoded. So pretty much for $50 you get all of the major Kingdom Hearts things. I purchased this because I am very excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 to eventually be coming out, and I have not replayed this in at least, I want to say 4 or 5 years, so it was time for me to do a replay of it. I no longer have a PS2, so I did need to update my versions for the PS4. I have only played through the first game so far this month, and I actually did finish it the other day. I still absolutely love it. It is a really, really good game. It's a great mix of Disney and Final Fantasy, as well as you're playing your own character. The animations, I think, still really hold up, even now in 2018. The only thing I would have to say is that I am so glad I'm playing with online, like, walkthroughs, because there were parts of the game that were just a little bit confusing. Like, you would go to one place, and then after a cutscene, they wouldn't actually tell you what your next objective was, and in some of these worlds, you have, like, 7, 8 different places you can go, and you would never know which one you need to go to first. So I actually did use some of the walkthroughs as I was playing, but mostly just to let me know, after this cutscene, you want to make your way here. If I wanted to go somewhere else and explore, I could, but at least I knew what path I was on. My next favorite for this month is going to be some Mass Effect and Dragon Age pins. I actually have 2 different creators here for this, because I did receive them this month. The first creator I'm going to be showing you guys is Glitterfangs on Etsy. I will leave a link down below in case you are interested in them. I have previously purchased pins by them before. They actually did a Kickstarter page where they had some soulless pins from Dragon Age Inquisition. They also had some pins on their Etsy page, and I believe they're still there, that were Garrus and then Shikarian pins. I did purchase those as well. The pins I'm going to be showing you now are from a pre-order that I actually ordered, I want to say at least 2-3 months ago. They finally were made and sent out in March, or I think at the end of February, but I received them at the very beginning of March. I absolutely love them. The first pin that we have here is Grunt from Mass Effect 2, and of course it says my son on there. Grunt is an amazing character, and I do believe most people consider that he is like Shepard's son, just because of the way that they act, and so this is just an amazing pin. I absolutely love the quality of these pins. They are the hard enamel pins, and they are gorgeous. The second one that I picked up from the same creator is the Thane pin. This is the same sort of design as the Garrus pin that I bought from them. I'm going to put a clip in of all of my Mass Effect and Dragon Age pins at the end of this little section so you guys can see what I'm talking about with the Garrus pins. But these are absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much, and I cannot wait for them to create more. And then the only new Dragon Age pin I have right now is the Blood Mage dagger pin, or the definitely not a Blood Mage pin. I absolutely love this. This is obviously from Dragon Age. One of my favorite pieces on this pin, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to tell, but the blood part on the pin is actually glittery. It's a very small detail, but it is super cute. And then the second place that I bought pins from is the Winds Nocturne on Etsy. This is something that I did discover at the very end of February, and so they came in March. These were not a pre-order, so they did come in pretty quickly, but I found Mass Effect heart pins. So this one is obviously the Commander Shepard pin. It just has the standard, like, N7 armor colors on it. And then I have a Garrus pin, a Joker pin, And then my personal favorite right now, a Morden pin. I absolutely love the fact that they left his, like, ear on as a detail. I think it is the best thing ever. Morden is one of my favorite characters. This is absolutely perfect. And then the last pin I have is not a heart pin, but it is by The Winds Nocturne as well. This is the Paragon pin. They had Paragon and Renegade, and I believe also a mix. I absolutely love these pins. They had heart pins for like every single character, even the ones that are not squad mates and not romance interests. I actually think I'm going to be buying some more eventually for this because they are gorgeous. The one thing about enamel pins is they are a little bit on the, I guess, not really pricey side, but they can add up. All of these pins were $12 each, both from The Winds Nocturne and Glitterfangs. I love them so much though. I think they're absolutely perfect. They capture these characters perfectly and how I feel about Mass Effect and Dragon Age in general, and so I could not be happier. So the next favorite I have is actually not these comic books, but I had to show you anyway. I have talked about Saga, I believe, at least once previously. This is a graphic novel series that is like a sci-fi fantasy where two of our main characters are husband and wife and they have a daughter. However, they are in the middle of an intergalactic war where they are both from different planets, as in the planets that are currently fighting in this war. And so it is sort of bad that they got married and then had a child who has some traits of both of their parents. So they go into hiding with their child, and this is like an epic saga, obviously. These issues here are actually volumes 7 and 8 of the comic book series. This is a very long comic series. It is rated M for mature, just keep that in mind. So let me show you what my actual favorite is for these. Funko made Pops for Saga in March, and I am ecstatic. So this one here is one of my favorites. This is Marco, who is one of the main characters in Saga. I think they did an absolutely amazing job with these Pops. He has his sword, and he is one of the characters that has like a magic sort of ability, so he has some fire here. But they did an amazing job with these characters. His ears, his horns, just everything is so perfect. I love these so much. Let me show you a couple more of my absolute favorites. We also have Lion Cat. This reminds me of like a Sphinx cat in the book. I do believe they captured him very, very well. Just look at his face. He's completely judging you. But like the colors, the details, like his back, look at that. It's gorgeous. These are some of my favorite Pops they have done recently. And then this is the Hot Topic exclusive. This is Isabelle. She is a ghost babysitter of the babies, but she's been cut in half, and that is pretty much how she died and became a ghost. And so because of that, they put her on a stand so that you could actually see like her guts and everything. But again, just the attention to detail on these is so good. And then because I didn't show you guys everything of my Saga Pops, I'm going to insert a little clip here. I absolutely love this series that they did for Saga. I can imagine them doing more. If you know Saga and you know these Pops, you do realize I don't have the Will from this series, and that was mostly just because I usually don't collect all of the Pops unless I really, really want them. So he was one that I was not as interested in, but otherwise these are amazing. I'm so in love with them. My next favorite for this month is going to be Sake Visual, specifically their games Jisei, Kansei, and Yusei. So this is a producer of visual novels. So I don't know exactly who does what on their team, but they create, draw, and produce these visual novels that you can purchase as computer games. And I do believe Jisei is now available on smartphones to play through that way as well. So I have played Re-Alistair, which is one of their earlier games that was an Otome game, so a romance-style visual novel game. That one actually is still free if you want to download it. I'm going to link all of their stuff down below, but it was amazing. I absolutely love the storytelling. I like visual novels, both for the storytelling and the fact that when you make decisions they have consequences. It's great. But I had never played these 3 games before because they are more of a mystery style. There's not really any romance in them. They had a sale on Jisei and Kansei late last year. I had purchased those and I had never played them, but I noticed after I started playing them that I loved them. So Jisei is a murder mystery following this kid who has like the ability, if he touches a body, he can see their last moments of when they were murdered, and he gets caught up in this murder mystery in a cafe. The first game is a very linear sort of storytelling where there's not very many different endings unless you can't figure out who the murderer is, and it's a quite quick game to play. One thing that I absolutely love about these games is that they have gotten so much better each single game, both the drawing style and the story. So each game has gotten longer and has had more endings and has more consequences for your actions. I absolutely love it. I'm interested to see if they're going to bring any sort of romance element into the game eventually, because there is supposed to be a 4th game, at least that they are currently working on. I don't know how many games there will be in this series, but each game gives you so much backstory behind the characters. The actual murder mystery in each game is solved at the end of the game, but you get more questions about the whole overarching story plot projection. I love them so far. They are amazing. I played all 3 of the games within the last, I want to say 2 weeks. They're not necessarily quick to play, but they're not a long game, and there's lots of replay value because of the different endings, especially in the 2nd and 3rd games. One thing that I also really liked, I noticed that there were voice actors that I had recognized, but they also had them in the credits, so you know. They have people from Funimation doing some of their voice work. So Cherami Lee is one of the characters, as well as Micah Solusad. But so the production values on these are amazing. I absolutely love this company and these games. I would completely buy more, and I'm very eagerly awaiting the 4th one in this series because it is just so good. And then my last favorite for this month is going to seem more of like an adult's favorite, and that's mostly because it is something for my house. My husband and I last month purchased a water processor through Valley Environmental Resources. This is a company in Arizona because that's where we live, and we purchased a water processor. So we live in Phoenix, and Phoenix has horrible tap water. It tastes disgusting. It is very hard, and I just hated it. We would have to buy bottles of water and everything. Even our water purifier that we were using as like a jug purifier wasn't taking the taste out of the water. It was just really bad. Valley Environmental was going around houses and it was offering to test your water. And so they tested our water for free. We had no obligation to purchase anything, but we were already considering getting a water softener. And this one ends up being a water processor. So it does soften your water, but it also filters it and clarifies it and a few other different processes that I'm not entirely sure of all the little details. But we have noticed a major difference. We have had this for, I believe, about a month and a half, maybe close to 2 months, but not quite there yet. And we love it. We can now drink from our tap water. It is completely purified. They actually have a separate water purifier, water filter under our sink, so it's extra filtered and purified for us for drinking and cooking. It's amazing. It actually goes straight to our fridge as well. They set it all up for us. We had to do pretty much nothing. We have noticed some major differences. One, with the drinking water. We can now actually drink it without having to buy a ton of bottled water. One thing I have definitely noticed for sure is my hair. In this soft water, even after not having washed it for a couple days, because I only wash my hair every other day to every 2 days, because it is so curly. Even after not washing it for a while, as soon as I get under that water again, it is so soft. The shampoo just makes it feel so much better. We just absolutely love it. It is a little bit pricey in the fact that this is an investment. The one good thing that they do is they do finance for you, so if you cannot afford to pay for it right away, you do get financing. Also, this is a lifetime product. As long as you're following all the maintenance steps that you're supposed to be doing, it has a lifetime warranty. This is your product, so if we ever decide that we are moving, they will uninstall it for us and take it to wherever we are moving and make sure it gets reinstalled the correct way. So this is going to be our product for life, and I just absolutely love it. I mean, after all of the like pop culture fun favorites, I guess we did have to have one that was a little bit more adult. So those were all the favorites I had for you guys this month. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what some of your favorites were. I would love to hear from you guys. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I have new videos up every Monday and Thursday, so I will see you then. Bye!